Here you are looking at the partially completed Tengah new town, so-called Tengah Forest Town. You can see some of the remaining forest is still in the background, and there has been a petition to conserve at least 30 to 50% of the original forest, which has 700 hectares in total, about the same size of Bishan new town. And that's because these forests have been found through environmental impact assessment to have endangered species like the pangolins, leopard cats, straw-headed boo-boos, harlequin, butterflies, and so on. And now that almost half, or rather slightly more than half of the forest has been cut down, some of the species may have disappeared and replaced by urban adapted species like the rock dove or pigeons, Java miners, house crows, and so on. So are Singaporeans ready to face and accept this reality and coexist with these urban species, and also accept that we will lose much of the cooling ability of the forest, the loss of biodiversity, and even the mental and physical health that is affected by these losses. Because we have to take into account the urban heat island effect. So on one hand, we try to balance the housing development, economic development with nature conservation, but on the other hand, do we really want to face the trade-off? And let's look at how the new buildings, this is the HDB building at Tengah Parc Glen Estate. How it looks like. Some of the residents have already moved in. We are at the 11th story, which is the highest floor, and some renovations still going on. So what are the motivations of building BTO flats in the ecological sensitive area like Tengah Forest? Well, people might say that, well, we need more housing, there's a demand for young couple, people wanting to live near the parents and so on, but Tengah is pretty a remote area, so I wonder how many people really want to use the reason as moving near the parents. And in fact, there are many testimonies of residents moving in saying that Tengah is their last choice. They have no choice because all the other BTOs are no longer available. So now we are entering the lift. We are going down, and you can see that there are many posters and promotional flyers advertising new furniture, aluminium window design, moving services, curtain artistry, and renovation services. All these are offering BTO promotion prices, aircon services as well. And we see the amount of wastage. People throwing the rubbish. Are we ready for more waste, more rubbish, even as Singapore is running out of incineration space, landfill space in Pulau Semakau in 2035? So are we ready to accommodate new residents building, moving in, and importing new residents, new citizens, and PR as well? Taking into consideration that we have a limited carrying capacity and we are already encroaching, and we are actually crossing the thresholds of ecological and social so-called boundaries. This is the reality we are facing. Thank you for listening and watching, and I'll see you next time.